Recording.
Dun, 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 dun. 10
And
seconds
his
in.
name is John Cena.
Hello, everybody, and my name is not John Cena, it is Zero. Welcome to Onimonogatari, episode 2. So,
Little did you know, my name is John Cena.
it's the Uno reverse card of reverse cards. So, last episode, we kind of got this new and abstract concept known as
Darkness.
the darkness, the abyss. Stare into oblivion, and oblivion stares back at you and asks you what you're staring at. So
I don't want Oblivion staring at me.
I don't want Oblivion staring at me either. That just sounds very
I'm gonna tell him
wrong.
when we play Jack and Roll later that Kiwi and Cerby don't
Tell
want
him
you to
he
stare at
bullies
them.
me. He bullies me anyways. What's the
Alright.
point in minding it?
But anyways, guys, it's shaping up to be something real interesting. Wink, wink. So yeah, instead of me just blabbing about it and potentially spoiling something, let's just get right into the episode. You guys, of course, know what to do. Yeah? What are we gonna
There
say?
is the type of typesetter that writes door opens instead of a sound effect in a webcomic.
That's very oddly specific. Oh, by the way, guys, if you commented something, I haven't seen any comments on Owari 4 yet. No, not Owari 4, Otori episode 4. Because we're pre-recording this, so if you have anything that you ask me, we'll probably address it next episode. So, without further ado.
You're leaving the poor comment section hanging so badly.
I know. It's this is what happens when you pre-record. So anyways, guys, open up your Google copy, sync it up with the timer that's got up here within Kiwi's hands at the end of my countdown, and let's just get right into the episode. I'm going to start the episode in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, shame.
Okay, there definitely wasn't any technical difficulties there. Don't worry about it.
I heard tentacle difficulties, and I don't remember that.
Courage.
Oh, of course you don't.
Courage
You
is
were
having
drugged.
a bad effect on you,
Wait.
Cerby. I read that when I was in America.
I mean, she kind of looks American, I guess. Like the generic, stereotypical American lady that they draw in anime.
Cerby, do you have big badonkabonks?
Yeah, she does.
No.
Well, Cerby traded her badonkadonks for her gigantic dong.
You just wish you were like Cerby Zero.
Maybe I do. You got a problem with that?
Oh, no, not really.
A joystick pushing jump? What?
I hate joystick jump. It's so annoying.
I thought joystick was a wrong term to use because it sounds like something else.
No, it's in games when you have to use the joystick and you move it up to jump as opposed to a button input.
Oblivion and Kian made fun of me when I called a joystick a joystick.
Well, probably because you're you, and everything that you talk about becomes an innuendo.
Yeah.
No.
Nice.
I like these subtitles.
It's fan translated.
The translators had a lot of fun, I must say, with the Monogatari series. Even though it was a shit ton of work, but
That's why we know it's fan translated.
fan translations are better, not gonna lie.
Yeah, they are.
It depends on
You
the
can
fan
see
translation.
that a fan had fun.
But
Well, for the Monogatari series, it's been really good.
wait, should I say if it's a fan translation, then yes. If it's just translated by someone unofficially, then no.
Chinese cultivation anime fan translations are more chef's kiss.
I don't even want to think.
Shinobu time.
Time.
A tsunami. I do really like the kind of like storybook side scrolling here that we got going on.
Mhm.
It reminds me of One Piece.
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, I think it's a good
I
thing
will
too.
say, with the like slight movement of the image and the way Discord is kind of lagging just the tiniest bit frame rate wise, it's really making me nauseous.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
Well,
They worship the boobies.
I would too.
I see this image a lot.
I don't know why. Welcome to the Araragi podcast.
I'd listen.
I would too.
Actually, I take it back. I probably wouldn't, just because it would be a little bit too horny for me.
What do you mean,
Oh,
Clem?
that's exactly why I'd listen to it.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I read that as reared, not revered.
I do like this art style for this. This is very like nouveau, which I'm a fan of.
Oh.
Have no idea what that is actually.
It reminds me of art that was in Sleeping Beauty a lot.
Well, Art Nouveau was just like an era of like gallery art. Is very organic and tended to play a lot into circles, which isn't so much in here, but kind of the organic movement of it is very nouveau to me.
Ah, okay.
It was followed by Deco, which is the most like geometric.
Well, goodbye, Araragi abs.
I didn't see
That
any.
castle is amazing. I love it.
Yes.
I still look at the clips for Monogatari of Araragi taking off his shirt in a memory of his abs
My
because I'll
God.
never see them again.
And a memory.
I said
A
memory,
memory.
not memory. Speaking is hard.
He was just thinking about his boobs.
Yeah. As she
Araragi
always
doesn't
does.
have any boobs.
Male or female boobs. He always thinks of boobs.
Boobs are boobs. Boobs are good. Boobs are holy.
They are. That's why Shinobu became a god.
Or maybe with the belief of people, her boobs grew bigger.
Perhaps.
I should become a god.
Oh my god, you're going down the nautical route so fast.
What do you mean, Clem? You're Nietzsche.
Shut
There's
up.
some nouveau circles.
Let's go. Kokoro Watari. That's a
Wait
very,
so
very long
long.
sword.
Yeah, it is.
He's probably overcompensating for something, not gonna lie.
He has big dong energy with that sword.
He was the original JJK. Yeah, generally in storytelling, this would be a good point to, you know.
So Kaikan.
I guess I understand that because, like, when you're an immortal being, all these people, they just kind of come and go. So why bother remembering them?
I mean, I have a terrible memory. Even if I wanted to, in 100 years, I'm not going to remember someone. I'm sorry.
Maybe I'm an immortal being because I don't remember names.
I think the logic here is very flawed. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Generally, I might be remembering this wrong, but isn't the shorter sword for samurai basically just for committing seppuku?
I don't remember confidently enough to say.
Yeah, I guess we are the totally legit weaves.
But I think that it wasn't like a sword, it was just a knife.
Yeah, it was a smaller dagger that they
Mhm.
kept. Look at all these cute little fur balls.
And
They're
then there's
adorable right now.
Nerdodicon in the middle with his ugly ass head.
They're very cute and adorable and squishy Natsume's Book of Friends.
I love yokai.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
I can't draw that as a thumbnail, I'm sorry, Zero.
God damn it.
Why not?
I mean, we kind of already do this for the punchline thumbnails, not gonna lie.
I was gonna say, I think
Yeah.
I've already pushed that boundary. We're good.
But YouTube knows me. YouTube knows that I'm unsafe.
Oh yeah, I
So it
remember
takes everything down.
the last time we put hearts in Kiwi's eyes, YouTube gave us a strike.
YouTube knows I can't do it.
Funny story, guys. I just like photoshopped hearts into Kiwi's eyes, and they kind of gave us a strike for nudity in our thumbnail.
They saw the reflection of what I saw in Julius.
Yeah, that was wild. Spider actually got us 2 strikes. Now I think about it.
Holding hands too.
Yeah,
They were
holding
both for
hands too.
thumbnails, yeah.
Yeah.
And neither of them were.
Neither of them were right. They got overturned, of course, but that was really funny.
Yokai-sen. I recognize that from somewhere. Yokai-sen.
Boundary.
Cerby did the thing where she said something and yawned at the same time, so
I
you don't
didn't
know what
mean
she
to.
said.
I just started speaking and then the yawn came out. I don't know if you know this, but I'm quite tired.
Who knew?
It's a boundary. That's what.
Yeah.
I'm thinking from what anime? Oh, I know. It's from
Beyond the
Kyokai no
Boundary.
Kana.
Yes. Maybe it's from an anime that has that exact word in its name.
This is just exposition, the episode.
It's Shinobu time. Of course it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
The type of episodes that I love.
Mm-hmm. This actually gives a lot about Shinobu.
Mm-hmm.
There's a huge problem, so I just go to sleep. Is this you, Cerby?
Yeah. I wish. I don't sleep that easily.
Oh, I want to make a Danganronpa joke, but I can't because they're not at that point yet.
Yes, you cannot. Oh, I don't feel so good. Oh.
No!
When did we end up outside? Not in the flashback, in the.
Here? They're just
Yeah.
kind of walking around and talking.
Gotcha. I think this is my favorite outfit, Shinobu's horn.
It's her regular
Normal outfit.
outfit.
And I know. I'm just saying, I just like it. It's cute.
Yeah, it is. Anything that Shinobu wears is cute, though, to be honest. Well, yeah. Being the fact that you're kind of like the strongest being in this universe that we know of, that would be kind of strange.
Muscle legs.
I can appreciate that. cool transition.
He just took his hand with her.
Well, I mean, he literally grasped onto her wrist, and then
No, I know.
basically is just kind of locked on. Just jumped straight from Japan to Antarctica with it.
It's a nasty blood.
Yeah, I think there's after. Yeah, there's a lot after.
Ow, ow.
I love how they made a typo here instead of angry. It's just angy. I like to think that was intentional.
Here's a picture of like the Art Nouveau era, just so you know what I'm talking about.
Okay. I'll put this into the edit as well.
If it decides to upload.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh. Yeah, I can see what you're talking about.
Wasn't that type of art still used a lot in children's picture books in the past?
Well, there was just an entire era of art where things look like that. Like I said, it proceeded into the Art Deco movement.
Oh yeah. I mean, he didn't know that you were a vampire, and he didn't ask.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I feel like this highlights that everything is a matter of perspective, and things can change dramatically just by looking at it from a different viewpoint.
Hmm. But what? I don't think she was reading the story correctly, but okay. It's Karen after all. Welcome to Exposition, the episode.
Yeah.
Honestly, not that different from regular Monogatari, except, we get a cool storybook slideshow in the background here. Talking about one of our beloved characters, Shinobu, and her past. So, we kind of learned that Shinobu was kind of hanging around Antarctica. However, she decided to go somewhere new because she felt her existence fading. The important thing for aberrations is that people admire them, fear them, and know about them. But, the penguins and the polar bears can only do so much for her.
Ow, I just hit myself really hard.
Well, good for you, Kiwi. And the funny thing is that she just falls directly down into the middle of a lake in a land that's kind of like experiencing a drought, giving them rain. And then all the humans there are just like, oh, Kami-sama. Because it looks like she appears out of the lake, right? Because they don't see her falling down rapidly from space. So she just splashes out of the lake with the golden hair and really big moves. And whoa, holy shit. That's a god, alright. And they start reviewing her as a god instead of a vampire. Everything seems to be going well for her and stuff. And yet a problem arises later on. The Aberration Killer doesn't come to kill her because they know her as a god. Kind of just hang out and become friends, I guess. But yeah, later on it's like the people that know her kind of just end up disappearing for whatever reason. Do you guys have any ideas as to why that might happen? Because it was very specific. Like they said that in this very specific area around the area that people who knew her and revered her, they all just got spirited away by the darkness that we kind of experienced last episode.
I mean, last time we were theorizing from Cerby's statement that regret and sadness are the result for the darkness happening.
Yeah.
Which I have no idea why it would happen in a village that apparently was experiencing drought and then all of a sudden they got rain. Maybe the darkness appeared to take away the people that were feeling regret before because of the drought, and now that they were experiencing happiness.
Connected to Shinobu, at least that's my guess.
I would say that, yeah, it's more than likely connected to Shinobu, especially with how she told the story that the people in this specific area that knew her and revered her all disappeared, and everybody outside of that was unaffected.
I think it is connected to her mental state somehow, and whatever it is was the cause of that. My brain is not finding words.
Well, Q's gonna have to pick up.
But if it was connected to her mental state, why did her first minion get slurped up with her?
That answers the same.
It's the same question as to why the people that revered her also got, sucked up by the darkness. It
could theoretically be a fear connection, or because she talks a lot about her relationship with solitude. I feel like it's tied to that somehow, but my brain isn't working. So,
All right.
I'll be honest, I only got about every
I-
other sentence when I was watching this. I'll have to
I'm
rewatch it when
sorry,
I'm more awake.
I don't understand because she clearly wanted out of the solitude into like being surrounded by people, which is why she just accepted the idea of her being a god, kind of. So she wanted out of the solitude. So I don't understand why the dark thing, the darkness.
Maybe it represents
want-
her solitude. Maybe she's trying to get away from it, but it's fighting
Oh,
back.
okay. Now I understand what you mean. Yeah, could be.
I don't know. Or maybe it's just an angry ball of darkness that seems to have it out for her.
Maybe it's an angry chihuahua with a lot of fur on.
Potentially. But yeah, guys, if you don't know, I do apologize for Cerby, because she wakes up really early in the morning to record these with us, and she's had a really long work week, I guess you would call it that. But yeah, she's really tired, so
And I'm just
forgive us.
I'm trying my best.
There's really no excuse for Kiwi though.
Yeah, I'm just dumb. That's why. Don't mind me.
Don't worry, Kiwi. You have great analysis when it comes to your character, I guess.
Yeah.
There is that fact that you brought up where Shinobu kind of like doesn't remember the names of the people that she meets and stuff, because she's an immortal being. Eventually they're going to pass away. Like, who cares? They're just like a passerby on the street, basically. But she wasn't really hating the idea of being a god. She kind of accepted that role as a god. And I think she was quite happy with it from the way that she was describing it.
Yeah. She liked the attention that she got, basically.
Attention, I think it's more like...
I'll just put it that way. I mean it in like a more positive way, not a negative way. She liked that people liked her, that she wasn't shunned for being an abnormality, but respected. So to say.
I think the thing there is that she wanted to be connected to people. However, because of her nature and what she is, she can't really fit in with others. We know that from Kizu, right? That Shinobu actually used to be human. So there might still be that human part of her that seeks out connection with others.
Maybe the darkness is coming from her breaking character.
Can you explain more on that? What do you mean by breaking character?
She's supposed to be the super powerful monster person who's all alone. And when she doesn't want to be that, and she starts actually opening up and trying to connect with people and becomes their god or whatever, then it's like, no, you've broken. You're not following the script anymore. Do it right.
So basically, the darkness is Nisio Yusin.
So it's coming into course corrector.
Maybe
that's actually a pretty good theory. Yeah.
The darkness is like you said, she used to be a human, right? And then she lost it all. It was confirmed in Kizu. Maybe the darkness is just like her human side, or like her human regrets coming back to haunt her, and wanted her to live like in solitary because like of her human past, so to say.
The thing that I used to contradict that theory is, then why is it going after Araragi and Hachikuji then, if it's Shinobu's human side? I
mean, maybe I actually don't remember much about the story from her about being human. I'm sorry, that completely slipped my mind.
Oh no, she only mentions that in Kizu. We don't know anything about her human past at all. Yeah.
Then maybe she was maybe betrayed by other humans and betrayed by other people. So she is basically that shadowy thingy, the darkness is basically her human past coming back to her, but she's just refusing to take it. And so all of the humans and like minions and Laragi, every like relationship that she makes later on, coming back to haunt her in that darkness and trying to swallow it up. So she ends up alone again, so that she doesn't get hurt.
Okay, I see.
That's a really lukewarm reaction. I guess it's incorrect.
I react to lukewarm to pretty much everything so that I don't give anything away. You guys know me. like even if you get the right theory, I might like bring up a contradiction and say something that'll trip you guys up. That's just how I do it. But anyways,
I'm used to it.
so after this, we learned that of course the darkness kind of tries to get Shinobu and the Aberration Killer, but Shinobu ends up escaping by doing pretty much the same thing that Ononoki did, was jump vertically, very, very high and very, very far away to the middle of Antarctica, back where she started. But along with her came the Aberration Killer's right hand with a death grip on her wrist, literally reviving him, turning him into a vampire, and yeah, he wasn't really happy with that.
I mean, I wouldn't be either.
Excuse you, that's not what I wanted.
But like Cerby said that so far away from the mic that I think like she's like accepting.
I stood up to grab it.
Yeah.
Did someone give you the wrong food, Cerby?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking, right? Like somebody delivered food to her door and then she's like, "Excuse me, I didn't want this." The poor delivery man. Oh my bad. I'll try again, senpai.
I was just grabbing a paintbrush.
Well, that was really funny. But yeah, I can understand his feelings because he basically lived his entire life killing aberrations, right? All the yokai and stuff. And then it turns out that the god he was working with was actually a vampire. Oh man.
It was the very thing he was sworn to destroy.
No.
He became the very thing he fought against.
Man, you either live long enough to become a villain or you turn into a vampire. That's what happens. Oh man,
You
poor
turn
Aberration
into
Killer.
a monster you fought against. Like
At least his ancestors
made
made a pretty successful anime after that. It's kind of tragic story where Shinobu at the time, right? This was prior to even Kizu, but even in Kizu, she kind of was like, wasn't really in tune with how people felt. So she was like, oh yeah, just eat humans, because we're vampires, dude. Even the first minion's suicide, you can tell that it really affected her. And she probably thought long and hard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even to the beginning of Kizu, she wasn't really sure of what she was supposed to feel. However, we know that she felt a lot of regret and a lot of guilt in some capacity, that she wanted to die, much like every other vampire. According to Shinobu, 90% of all vampires kill themselves. I don't know where she gets these statistics, but I guess I'll accept her statistics for now. But
Get some from the modern news media like the rest of the population. 100% accurate.
Okay, yeah. Sure. She probably watches Fox News or something. Oh my god, Shinobu. She can't really comprehend it, but she kind of decided to not make another minion, and she swore to God, which is kind of funny because she was a god just a few minutes earlier to that. But,
Yeah.
After that, the darkness didn't come after her again. Why do you think that is the case?
I like my theory. She returned to character.
I mean, for me,
It didn't show up again until she started making friends again.
for me, like that kind of gives into my idea where she decided to be like completely alone until 6 months ago when she went down and met Araragi. Until then, the darkness didn't show up, right? Because she decided to be alone without anyone else next to her or anything. She decided to just be by herself.
Actually, that brings up an interesting point. Why do you think randomly, like 6 months ago, she just decided to come to Japan again and then ended up meeting Araragi?
I thought it was because the vampire hunters found out where she was and went to kill her and she just ran away.
I don't know if this is explicitly said, but how I've always understood it was that she came to Japan, and then when she got to Japan, the vampire hunters then discovered that she was in Japan, so that's how Kizu started. Because if she was just off doing her own thing in Antarctica, I don't think anybody would bother her, because like she wouldn't be killing any people there.
There's no one there. Yeah.
Yeah. Reasons I can think of at this point. Well, I think it's more accurate to say what I thought of when I was watching this was maybe it was kind of the same case as before, where people just kind of forgot about her and that her existence was kind of dying, so she had to come back in some capacity, or maybe like her nature as an aberration kind of drove her to seek out people again.
That's kind of what I figured too. That in some combination of just spur of the moment, like not boredom, but like when you're somewhere along,
curiosity maybe.
Well, not just, more so just like most things that Shinobu does is like not premeditated. It's all just spur of the moment kind of impulse. Just like when she ran away wanting Araragi to find her, right? She didn't think about it beforehand. She just left.
It wasn't a very logical decision. She just felt it. Just
I feel like it could be a combination of just, like you said, her aberration status and all that. But I think it could also just be spur of the moment, like, what if I went back?
That does fit with Shinobu's nature. Maybe she just wanted to visit Mount Fuji, But
she might not have had like that concrete of a reason. Just like when she ran away, she knew she wanted Araragi to chase after her, but she didn't really know why she left, right? I think she could have maybe still had her first minion on her mind, and she just went there. She didn't really know why or what she was looking for.
I guess the last thing that I remember thinking about was I kind of remembered this episode that when Araragi and Hachikuji were running away from the darkness last episode, technically speaking, Shinobu is also inside of Araragi's shadow. So potentially it's not chasing either Araragi or Hachikuji, but it's actually going after Shinobu that's inside of Araragi's shadow. I don't know. That's just a thought that I had when I was watching it.
That's true. It could be.
I mean, we get confirmation here that Shinobu has been chased by the shadow before.
But so have people close to her, so
yeah, all the people who knew her and revered her got swallowed up by it as well.
Nom nom.
Yeah. So maybe it's actually going after all of them because they know Shinobu, or maybe for some other reason. Who knows? I do, but I won't say. All right. I guess that about does it for this episode. I still really like the storytelling bit of this episode. It's a nice break from the usual Monogatari stuff.
It was, but it also felt like a bedtime story, which didn't help my sleepiness.
Don't worry. I'm sure by the end of this arc, you're going to be wide awake, or maybe you would wish that you weren't. I don't know.
Promise?
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to this part of the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe. But until next week, later dudes.
Bye bye.
Bye.